My name's Stuart Cosgrove. I'm the Director of Creative Diversity at Channel 4, and my role really is to ensure that Channel 4, across all of its output in television and film and in digital media, that we're aspiring to have the most diverse range of different creative companies and creative individuals working for the organisation. There are some people who are tremendously interested in, if you like, the kind of mechanics of things, that they're effectively technologists of one form or another. Are you somebody that wants to work with kit? Are you somebody that likes things that kind of get put into shape and are engineered and are fixed together? Or are you somebody that's conceptual? Are you an ideas person? Are you a person that's really fascinated by the debates, the discourse, the journalism? Are you fascinated by pictures and painting and the visual look and the aesthetics, if you like, of life? What is the thing that really turns you on? Because if you can start to understand that in yourself, then you're beginning to the beginnings of the first stage of your journey to where you might fit in television. Often I hear people say in interviews is they want somebody with experience, but how am I going to get experience if I don't have a job? And that feels like a vicious circle. You can cut that circle. You can turn around and say, today I live next to an army barracks. I have a still camera, and I'm going to do portraits of people who have had their limbs amputated in Afghanistan. And I'm going to do it as my project. The point at which you conclude that project, even if only 6 of the photographs are worth showing, you have something else to put on your CV. You have something else to talk about in that room. You have something else to feel proud about. When the interviewer says to you, oh, is there anything that you've done recently you feel really proud of? Go down and say, well, do you know one thing I did that I've just recently done is a portrait of UK veterans from Afghanistan with prosthetic limbs, and I'm actually proud of one of the photographs. Can I just show you it here? Now, they're intrigued, they're interested, they've seen you take an initiative. Now, they may not want to hire you for that specific project, but it shows that you've shown your own initiatives, that you've got a kind of creative journalism about you or whatever. That was nothing to do with having gained experience. You created that experience and that opportunity. So try to create opportunities for yourself rather than sitting at home moaning about the job market. When you walk into an interview, be an extended version of yourself. Be maybe slightly politer than you would be in real life. Be slightly more articulate than you might be if you were in the pub or you were out with your friends. But actually be yourself and be a version of yourself. I think that the people that I see through immediately in an interview is when I think somebody is putting on interview mode and you ask them things like, if you had to identify a classic interview question, which should come up or does come up in most interviews, what would you consider your weaknesses to be? And then somebody says, well, to be honest, I don't really think I have any weaknesses. You're thinking, get out, you know, it's just not plausible, you know, and people actually don't mind you being honest with them and saying, where I feel strong is in this, this and this, and if there's a weakness in my portfolio, it's that I haven't done enough of X. And then you've identified a skills gap that can be met by training or more in-job experience. Or the interviewer might say, well, to be honest, you're not going to be doing a lot of that, so it's not the biggest worry in my life because I need you to be doing other things. So be honest about yourself. I actually say I want to know everything that there is to know about the company that I'm being interviewed for, or the independent production house that I'm going to visit, and I want to give them the dignity of me having taken time to know about them. That's about going on their website, it's about going on their YouTube site and looking at some of their films, it's about following some of their staff names and saying, well, okay, that person's done 3 or 4 things for them. How can I learn a bit more about that person? Google them, go on their Wikipedia page, look at some of their output, because at some stage they'll say to you, tell us what you know about excellent films. And if you end up saying, well, I don't know an awful lot because I sent my CV off to 30 companies, that's not the right answer. What they want you to know is, why have you come to apply to our company? If you turn around and say, well, you know, I was looking around for work and one of the companies that came to mind was your company, and I was really impressed by how brilliant your website is, and the one thing I really liked was the work that you've done in the area of news and current affairs journalism or whatever, and then the owners of that company feel that you've given them the credit as much as they've given you the time to interview you. So yeah, prepare. Don't be kind of shy of achievement. If you've participated in something that's done well and you're proud of it and you got a first for it or you won an award for it, whatever, put it down. Be proud of it. Don't expect to get every job. Be inured to rejection. You know, I used to have this theory in the production company I worked with, and it was about rejection of ideas rather than rejection at jobs. But rejection at jobs mattered as well. And I used to put my rejections round a wall. There's a little kind of pegboard wall in our office, and I called it the wall of shame, right? And what it was where I'd been rejected, and I was the kind of leader, and I was seen as hugely successful, and I'd had a great media career, and I wanted people to understand that we're in the rejections business. If you pitch 20 ideas to a broadcaster, probably if 2 of them stick, you're doing well. Okay, so get used to rejection, grow a thick skin, and bounce back again, because if you're not in the fight, you ain't going to get the job. I'm a great believer that, just do it. The means of production, to use a kind of, philosophical phrase, the means of production of creating media have never been more democratically available than they are now. And actually, although money is important and getting access to professionalism is important, you can go out and get cheap cameras now and go and just start doing things. And to actually turn up at, say, age 24, having done nothing, having no show reel, no portfolio, really isn't going to help. So just do it, and then get better at it and better at it and better at it.